Hi, I'm Susan Wilson, and we're standing here at Forest Hill Cemetery in Jamaica Plain, a neighborhood of Boston. I'm standing by the grave of Dr. Susan Dimock. Susan Dimock was a pioneering 19th century surgeon, and in the 1870s was probably the most qualified, the most skilled woman surgeon in the United States. The reason she's buried here is because at the tender age of 28, while taking a trip across the Atlantic, she was on SS Schiller and the ship wrecked, and she and the majority of people on that ship died. And this is her gravestone, and if you take a look at it, you know, there's lichen on it and it's kind of well worn, and birds have been by, and it looks really old. Here's the thing, this stone is not that really old. This stone was put up in 1995 because it's a replacement stone. And so curiously, something that looks exactly like this stone is in the town of Washington, North Carolina, which was Susan's hometown. Susan grew up in North Carolina in the pre-Civil War era, and she lived there until she was 17 years old, and then in the wake of the Civil War, after the death of her father, she moved north and became affiliated with the New England Hospital for Women and Children, which is today known as the Dimock Center. It's a long and wonderful story, and the basic thing that happened is that back in the mid-1990s, when I was writing for the Boston Globe, I had a history column. I discovered the story about her death and was so taken by it and so taken by the story of her life up until that time, wrote a story about her, and then decided, with the help of some friends in the historic community and the Historic Burying Grounds Initiative, that the old stone was just decaying and pretty much disappearing because of acid rain, because of the kind of marble it was made with. And so we fundraised and actually had it replicated in granite. So this is an exact copy in size and detail of the old stone, and then had a grand ceremony and the re-inauguration of this. So this has only been here since '95. But then we had the old stone and went, well, what's going to happen here? So we communicated with the people of Washington, North Carolina, and a couple, the Huber family, who were living there at the time, were on vacation up here and brought their station wagon and took the old stone back to Washington, North Carolina. And so there, it is sitting there at St. Peter's Episcopal Church as a cenotaph. A cenotaph is a stone that marks and commemorates a person, but the person is not there. If you think this is a cool story, it's only one of many stories in my brand new book, Women and Children First, The Trailblazing Life of Susan Dimock, MD. Grab a copy. I think you'll enjoy the stories. Thanks.